They say curiosity killed the cat, but in my craft room, it just led to another massive kit up. Welcome back, creeps, to Figure It Out Friday. Tonight, we're diving into a brand new mystery canvas from Rokkari. It's 60 by 90 centimeters of pure square drill chaos and 7 mysterious special drills that might just glow, shimmer, or drive me completely mad. So, what are we waiting for? Let's go. This one measures 60 by 90 centimeters. That's a wall-size masterpiece for anyone keeping track. She's a square drill canvas, so precision is the name of the game, and you know I'm a sucker for a good square pop. I have not peeked at the image yet. I mean, I only see what you guys see, and this is it. So I'm trying to stay strong, but you know how hard that is for me. So while I kit up, you can start dropping your guesses down in the comments. What do you think this mystery will turn into? A creature feature? A haunted portrait? Something sparkly and sinister? This kit's got some special drills in it. First, we've got a ton of these 3823 luminous colored drills. Now, these are yellow ultra pale. Yee! Look at all of them. That's a lot of yellow ultra pale luminous drills. They're kind of, I don't know, opally, gemstony appearance to them. And then we have 2 ABs. We've got 321, which seems to be a red, and 3328, which is kind of a pinkish color. So we've got these 2 ABs going in the kit. See there? And then we do have a heck of a lot of these black glitter. The fairy dust glitter, glimmer, sparkly kind of drills. Normally I don't like AB in black, but glitter, I'm digging it. I don't know if the camera's even gonna pick it up, but to see these in person is just whew, chef's kiss. And then we've got 2 metallics. We've got this $7.79. It's a little baby pack of it here. $7.79, this brown color. Got quite a bit of those. And then we have $7.28 in metallic, this mustard yellow. That is the special sparkles that this canvas has for us. Very exciting stuff. And I'm telling you all this because I want you to have some clues about what we're facing. So the luminous drills, those kind of illuminate, not necessarily glow in the dark. It's not glow in the dark. It's something, it catches the light and does it in such a way that makes it look like the drill is lighting up from the inside. Crazy cool. And then, of course, AB's Aurora Borealis. That's your extra sparkle with like an oil slick sheen. And it's almost like glitter with an attitude problem, I guess. Kind of a cousin of glitter. Then the glitter one that we have is twinkly, chaotic, and completely, like I said, irresistible. It almost looks like it's black with silver glitter on top. Totally cool and amazing. And then the 2 metallics, they're perfect for highlighting things like weapons, jewelry, or maybe something even sharper. Rokkari always does a really great job with these special drills, so kitting this up should be a dream, or at least a low-level nightmare. Maybe just a little. Static. All right, so I'm gonna get started here on kitting up. There are 63 colors in this kit, and like I mentioned, square drills, 60 by 90 centimeters, with the 7 specials we just talked about. Oh, we have our work cut out for us. Why? Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I'm cutting open a million little baby trains. Why do companies, when you have this amount of drills, just put them in a big one. Why are we breaking these up into little baby trains, driving mushies crazy? I do not know. It's maddening, but it is what it is, I guess. The nightmare begins, right? So let's start guessing. We've got those 7 specials, and I don't know, all those luminous, the pale yellow. I'm maybe guessing a moonlit graveyard, Gothic cathedral, because there are the black shiny sparklies. Maybe metallic candlelit area. I don't know. Or maybe, just maybe, Rokkari's cooked up a creature that shines in both the daylight and after dark. Who knows? With Rokkari, who knows? This is a custom kind of, I don't know, custom, but it's a mystery kit, and I asked for a specific genre. A genre befitting of my channel, which is pretty much anything that comes out of her head. So that doesn't help us much. It doesn't help us much. But you all know the drill. Pun intended. Drop your guesses below. Start guessing. Before you do, though, I will give you one more hint in just a moment. I will give you a color list, but after that, I'm gonna want you to drop your guesses down below, and we'll start this ride together. We'll go along on the Figure It Out Friday ride and see if we can guess what this is along the way. If I can get the drills out of the baggies, that is. Okay, had a little had a little drill situation. Had to pause there for a second. So for you color nerds out there, to give you, you can see on the screen, that's kind of why I'm off-centered a little bit, is I wanted to let you guys see the spread, the layout of the drills, and give you whatever context clues you can get from the color palette. Your guess is as good as mine at this point. I have a blank canvas, and as you can see, because it is a mystery kit, not even our label stickers. We have DMC numbers so we can tell what colors, and we can see the colors, but even the labels are black and white. The whole canvas is black and white. We're flying blind here. Like I said, your guess is as good as mine on this one, folks. And with me being dark and creepy diamond painting, and Rokkari being, you know, dark art and horror art genre and Gothic genre art, really anything her brain could come up with would be fitting for me and this channel. So that's not helpful at all to try to piece together what we could be dealing with here, what we could be embarking on, what the final image might potentially be. Only Eve knows, and I'm not gonna make her tell me. Heck, who am I kidding? I don't think you can make Eve do anything. Especially not rat out her own mystery canvas. So yeah, let's go with the colors. I'm just coming over here so that I can pour these drills without making a big mess in my container. But let's talk about the color palette. Oh my gosh. I don't want to talk about static. Nobody said anything about static drills. No. So many square drills just jumped this ship. Oh, get in the boat. Get in the boat. This is not good. This is our first container. Not a good start. Mushy needs to get out her handy dandy static fighting tray situation pretty soon, I think. But let's get started. Oh, the list is long. Color nerds, are you out there? Am I the only one? Please, somebody tell me that there are other color nerds out there that like to know the names of the colors going in the kits. Please. Here we go. So we have mahogany, very dark and medium. antique mauve, or mauve, however you like to say it. I say mauve. Medium and dark. Coral, terracotta dark, mustard, pewter gray dark, hazelnut dark, tan, red dark, drab brown dark, cream, orange spice dark, topaz very light, tan ultra very light, yellow, medium pale and light pale. We've got topaz dark, coffee brown dark, garnet dark, beige brown dark, coffee brown very dark, burnt orange dark, garnet very dark, red copper dark, red copper, black glitter, copper medium, copper regular, copper light, straw light, coffee brown ultra dark, mauve, however you say it, dark, blue very dark, antique violet dark, tawny, which is a yellow, a mahogany light, burnt orange, pewter gray very dark, pumpkin light, autumn gold, dark, medium, and light. Oh, I lost my place. There's so many. Tawny, mahogany, dark, medium, and light. Where'd I go? Golden brown, light pale, cocoa light, golden yellow very light, old gold very dark, apricot, terracotta, dusty rose ultra dark, mocha beige dark, black brown, winter white, mauve whatever, very dark, shell pink dark and medium. And then in specials we have golden yellow metallic, brown metallic, red AB, salmon dark AB, yellow ultra pale luminous, and as I mentioned, the black glitter. That, my friends, is what we're gonna get tortured with for I don't know. This one's probably gonna take weeks or even months, but I bet it's gonna sparkle like a haunted chandelier. Maybe that's a hint, maybe that's a guess. I don't know. Oh gosh. Oh, I closed the lid and some jumped out at the last second. Holy moly. There were 3 baggies, like 3 half-gallon bags of drill trains in this kit. But like you heard, we heard tons of yellows and browns in here, and some oranges, a little bit of red. Let's see, 318. Where are you? 318? 315. It's 315. I was panicking because I'm like, I don't see a 318. That's because that is not a number in this kit. It is something my eyeballs tricked me into thinking I saw. I might need to clean my glasses. Oh, yeah, this one's going to take forever. So, to kit up and to do. Yikes. But yeah, I've been missing the Figure It Out Fridays and thought maybe you might too. And so I'm like, you know what? I've got this mystery kit. Let's crack-a-lacka. Let's get it crack-a-lackin'. Crack-a-lacka it open. And, okay. We are going to have to get out the anti-static, the static fighting special little tray of doom, because this is giving me issues and I don't want to be here all night with issues. So do you guys have any guesses just strictly based on the color palette? We got blacks, yellows, oranges, a little bit of red, but a lot heavy yellow and brown. Heavy yellow and brown. So in the specials, don't forget, that was like mustard yellow. There's the black glitter. There's the red ABs, the brown metallic. So something in those colors must need highlighted or emphasized. I am excited. I know I haven't shown you the canvas, but I can't. You're not going to see anything anyway. It's a black and white canvas, and it's all covered with release papers and stuff. There's nothing for you to see. So don't say, but mushy, we can't guess unless you show us the canvas. Just imagine a blank 60 by 90 canvas, because that's what you would see if I showed it to you. You know? Our only context clue is it came from Rokkari. So if anyone's familiar with Rokkari's art, you kind of know the direction it's got to be, the wheelhouse it's got to be in, right? And that it's 60 by 90, has 63 colors, and those were the colors. That's all I can give you, because that's all I got. So you guys, Sundown and I are big chicken baby butts. We had a scare last night. So last night we stayed up way too late, way past our bedtimes, playing Dead by Daylight on Twitch. We were streaming it on Twitch, and it's a game where you're a survivor, or you can be a killer, and there's some licensed characters in there, and then some made up purely from someone's demented brain. But you're either a survivor or a killer, and there's 4 survivors versus 1 killer, okay? And we play together in the evenings generally as survivors, because there's only 1 killer per match, so we can't do that together. But there's 4 survivors, so we can join a team, and he and I can go play survivors together for hours, right? And it's something we can do together. And so we were queued up to play some matches last night as survivors, and we played. We started off pretty, I think we played about 3 hours, and it started off pretty good, but it was getting really late, and I think we logged off after midnight. It was like 12:30-ish, 12:30-ish.
Yeah.
And we were tired and whatever, and then I said, oh, shootski pootski. For one, I have a canvas to finish that I wanted to finish tonight, which, spoiler, I didn't finish it last night. I finished it this morning. And also, I have these diamond painting coasters that I need to get waterproof sealed. A bunch of sets of them, like a million coasters. And so I was like, crap, I wanted them to dry overnight and cure overnight. So he said, well, let's just go ahead and get it done before we go to bed. Okay, cool. So we start doing that. We're in the kitchen. Kid went to bed hours ago, and like I said, it was after 12:30, getting close to like 1 a.m. or so, and we're in the kitchen. House is quiet. Outside is quiet and dark. We live out in the country. For those of you who don't know, we live static. We live way out in the boonies, and we have like skinwalker woods for our backyard. Long story there too, but no, we have woods in the backyard, and it's pitch black out there, right? And we're talking, we live off a dirt road, off a dirt road, off a dirt road. That's how deep in the sticks we live, the sticks of Arkansas. So we're in the kitchen. The kitchen light's like the only light in the house that's on, and we're standing at the island, and we're talking, and we're gluing waterproof ceiling coasters. And all of a sudden I start hearing, I have better hearing than Sundown, and I start hearing, oh no, that's not what, we don't start hearing me going, oh. That's a whole different kind of video. What I'm owing, oh no. What I'm owing is the fact that I had so much static on my hand I couldn't get a bag to come off it. I start hearing what sounded like an old, like one of the, kind of like the chair just now that he sat in. An old creaky door slowly opening and closing. Like, can you do the sound, son? Yeah, kind of like that. Okay. Listen, look, I mean, I have There, it fell off. But I'm going to pick it up and it's going to be stuck again. Piece of baggie stuck to my hand. I need my static fighting tray of love. Where are you? Oh my gosh, please help. SOS, send help. Oh, for the love of Pete. Editing Mushy, you hate yourself right now. So anyway, we're standing there and we hear what sounds like a really old door creaking open and closed. And at first it was real quiet and kind of faint, so we didn't really, think much of it. But we kept hearing it every couple minutes. And it sounded the same but different every time, like slightly different. Different enough for us to think that it's not something blowing in the wind. You know what I'm saying? And so the first couple times I heard it and I didn't say anything, but then it kept happening. And it sounded like the doorway at the end of the long dark hall was creaking, slowly opening and shutting. And then I pointed it out to Sundown. I was like, Sundown, do you hear that? And he's like, what? And I'm like, listen. And we stop and we listen for a few minutes and it happened again. This like slow old door creaking opened and shut sound. And I'm like, what is that? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, yeah, well, I don't either. Now, mind you, down the long dark hallway is Kiddo's rooms. Yes, our daughter has 2 rooms of the house. As a matter of fact, she technically occupies one half of this entire house. Rent free. You're welcome, child. And it was her back bedroom. We call it a back bedroom, but it's like a game room. That is where we were hearing stuff, and I'm not sure what I'm doing here. And well, Sundown, do you want to tell it? You're a better storytellinator than me.
So we kept hearing the sound of a door
creaking, slowly open and then shut.
And mind you, we were playing, Dead by Daylight. And I'm thinking, all right, well, maybe my headset was left on and the game's still on. No. You play Survivor. You play as a team. You stick together. She sends me off by myself.
Well, I sent you down the dark, creepy hallway by yourself first. And then, when that didn't pan out, we didn't find this, what was causing the sound down there. I sent him outside by himself.
And mind you, it's so dark out here that our dark is dark.
Yeah.
You can't see.
And
but, no, I mean, I'm looking through the house. I'm surprised I didn't wake the dog up because I went back in the back bedroom.
He was checking the security cameras and everything. Nothing. We checked on the birds. We checked on the security camera. There was nothing causing this. He checked the front door, the screen door, the deck gates, and no explanation. Because at first I was like, well, maybe it sounds like maybe it's her back gaming room, bedroomy door. And, maybe when she went to bed, before she went to bed, she didn't close it all the way. Maybe the air conditioner being on and the airflow in the house is causing it to like sway a little bit and making that creaking sound. Nope, that wasn't it. And then I'm like, well, maybe it's her bathroom door. Nope, that wasn't it.
And then I was like, maybe she stuck her man in the house and he keeps going to the closet because he hears us.
I don't think that was it, though. She did not answer the phone, and he would have had one heck of a climb to get into our window. I think Charlotte would have said something, or we would have heard something. So no, it wasn't it. So we couldn't figure it out, and I'm like, well, maybe it's the screen door, or he said maybe it's a screen door, and he went and checked, and nope, the screen door was like firmly shut and latched. And then I said, well, did you check the gates on the deck? And no. I'm like, well, go check the gates. Maybe it's the gates. And he went and checked that. And the sound happened while he was down in the hallway, and he didn't hear it. I did, in the kitchen. It happened while he was outside checking the gates, and he didn't hear anything, but I did. And then, you know, so we checked the gates, and that wasn't the culprit. And I'm just like, okay, what's going on here? And so we're standing in the kitchen, and you know, we're just, maybe our imagination's kind of running away with us a little bit. We were playing a scary game, and it's late, and we're tired, and we're probably just being you know, creeped out old people. And we kept hearing it. And finally, I'm just like, dude, I'm still hearing it. But it didn't seem to have a specific timing. And we were arguing about where it was coming from. He was like, I think it's one of the birds. You know, they're young. They have a different cock-a-doodle-doo situation. It's probably a bird trying to, you know, one of the chickens or the turkey trying to learn how to make noise. And I'm like, no, that is not it. And we confirmed that wasn't it. So we're trying to pinpoint, and I'm like, he's like, I think I hear it back from our bedroom. And I'm sitting here like, I hear it from either right in front of me here in the kitchen with us, the living room, or down the dark hallway, but it's somewhere in front of me. And he's trying to say it was somewhere behind me. And we couldn't agree on where the sound was coming from. We couldn't find out what was making the sound. And eventually we just said, okay, we're done with this. And we turned off the lights and went to bed. But gave ourselves a good little creep and never did find out what was causing that sound, though. I haven't heard it all day.
Yeah, I know what it was.
What was it?
It was that stinking bottle.
We know.
Think about it, because after we stopped, the noise stopped.
Yeah, but when I heard the noise, I literally stuck that waterproof sealant bottle up to my face, up to my head, to my ear, and I could hear the sound happening, and it wasn't coming from the bottle. We established that was one of the first things we thought it was. We established early on that was not it.
I still think it was it.
I think you just want to have an explanation so you don't have to be creeped out.
Oh, I'm not creeped out.
You're not creeped out.
I don't care as long as whoever it is nice. I mean,
speak for yourself. I'm creeped out. I don't like hearing mysterious noises out in the dark boonies with no explanation. No, thank you.
We've heard mysterious noises in the dark.
Not ones created by us.
No, daughter.
We might as well. That's where the character Moaning Myrtle got its name in Harry Potter. They named that character kind of after Leah. She's a sleep talker. Oh, I just shot a drill at my face. Sleep talker, sleep moaner.
Sleep tutor.
Sleep tutor.
And not
a dainty. She calls it, I tooted. No, I'm sorry. No. That girl farts. There's nothing dainty. Toot implies a dainty, ladylike little poot poot. No. No, my friends.
Your butt did not say squirrel. It said roar.
Roar. Roar. Not squirrel. It was roar. Things you didn't want to know about our family. You're welcome. Hey, what is one thing that nobody's ever asked to know about anybody in this house? That was it. There you go. You're welcome. I know you were just dying to know that little piece of information. Oh my gosh. But no, we no idea what it was. We're used to hearing her moany sound. She sleeps. She's one of those people that's like, onk, shoo. She'll go to sleep and she'll start snoring, and then she'll start going, for like hours. And you're like, do we need to like knock on her door?
Like, come on, stop. The movie's over. Quit.
The movie's over. Oh my gosh.
Good Lord.
Yeah, but we never did figure out what it was. So, yeah, that's our little story time for today. Our kitchen or something. Kitchen, front room, hallway, outside, don't know. It sounded like it was everywhere in front of me. I couldn't pinpoint it. And I have really good hearing. Like freakishly good hearing. And usually I can tell where a sound is coming from after hearing it a time or two. This time, not a clue. Half the time he didn't even hear the sound. I had to make him stop and listen. And even then he was like, wait, I didn't hear it. Like, how could you not hear it? It's really loud. It sounds like somebody... I even thought for a minute that maybe... Selective hearing. Facts. I even thought for a hot minute that maybe Leah had hacked into Schmexa and was like messing with us, playing a Halloween sounds track, you know, like a creepy sounds type of.
That's why she does not have the password to that app.
Trying to mess with us or something.
Because we did that to you. Played what was it? Michael?
Yeah. Yeah, they like to mess with Schmexa when somebody's home alone. And last time it was me.
Well, we were in St. Louis.
Yeah, Leah and Sundown went to St. Louis and I stayed home to watch Shar, and I'm on the couch trying to get, oh no, missing drills. I hope I didn't mess up. I hope I didn't. Trying to get Shar to settle down, and then all of a sudden I hear, I'm alone in the house, out in the country, and all of a sudden I hear Michael Myers theme music. These guys were like, hey, 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 hey. Thought they were gonna scare me. I was like, oh, good, my horror hubby decided to come by while my real life one was out of town. Good. Perfect timing.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. So, yeah, we thought maybe, or I thought, but then he was like, no, she doesn't have the password to get into Schmexa. But if that's, I mean, she shops on the Amazon account all the time. Does that
you don't know it's the same one?
She doesn't. Well, you don't think she's smart enough to try?
I don't know.
But then we even after we kind of did some thorough investigation and could not figure out where it was coming from. I was like, you know what? He kept saying, just call her. I'm like, you call her. So he tries to call her. She doesn't answer. I try to call her. She doesn't answer. She must have us on Do Not Disturb or something while she's sleeping. But we tried calling to see if, like, we thought maybe she fell asleep and Shar was nosing around her room, perhaps, and, you know, trying to get into her closet, maybe, or something like that. And that was the creaky door sound we were hearing.
Oh, that's something else. I told her about that, and she's like, no, she can't get off the bed without me knowing about it. I'm like, you slept through the phone twice.
And us out here like freaking out and banging and going in and out of the house. And she slept through that, but the dog couldn't possibly, the less than 30-pound dog couldn't possibly get off of the bed without her knowing. But a phone can ring and we can freak out, and we could be going in and out of the house and 2 o'clock in the morning, and that escapes her attention, but certainly not the little teeny tiny puppy dog. Whatever. Yeah, and then Sundown was telling her about that, and she was like, basically, so you thought there was like a ghost in the house or some creepy sound going on around the house, and he was like, yeah, and we couldn't figure out the sound, but it sounded like it was coming from like your hallway and stuff. And what did she say? She give you a look or something, and then you said, but we did try to, but we called you.
Yeah, no, it was like, she goes, what'd you call? I said, we kept hearing a noise. We didn't know if it was coming from your room or if it was coming from down the hallway. It was a door, like, squeaking and stuff. And, you know, and she's like, and you called? And I should have told her. I was like, well, I didn't want to interrupt, you know, whatever was in there. I figured, you know, it's a small bedroom, you know, there's you and a dog, and if there's some kind of spirit or something, the room would have been crowded. I wouldn't have had nowhere to go. So,
and she was offended that like we were hearing these creepy noises that we couldn't tell if it was coming from her room or where it was coming from, but it was her room direction. It was, and she was like, and you called? She was so offended that we didn't like come rescue her. Thanks, guys.
You were still breathing. We could hear you snoring.
Just snore moaning. Oh my gosh. Maybe she was in there sleepwalking. If she was so conked out she didn't hear the phone, it is very possible. I mean, she has tried to call people from the palm of her hand before. She has tried to urinate in the refrigerator, like just open the door and try to stick her hiney in there. In the washing machine, in the dryer. So
she will go outside the pen.
She's creepily, with a demon-y voice, summoned me, you know, down a dark hallway. I was out in a bright living room and she was down a dark hallway sleeping for hours, and all of a sudden I hear, "Mommy," and I was like, "Oh heck no, Mommy!"
I'd be like, "No."
I just was quiet. I'm like, I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm gonna act like I'm asleep or I don't hear it. I'm very busy. And she was like, "Mommy," and I kind of crept toward the hallway, and then she was like, "Mommy," and I'm like, "Oh God."
I'd have been like, "Sorry, the person you were trying to reach is no longer available."
I was like, "Do you need something, honey?" From all the way down the hall. I was like, "I'm not coming." "Mommy," and I'm like, "Nope. Kids are creepy. That was when she was younger, and she's probably about 13. Maybe. And I did eventually go to her room because she kept calling for me. Oh. And so I did go down, and she was sitting up in her bed, eyes wide open. She looked wide awake. It was real creepy though. She was staring at me when I opened her shut door to see what she wanted, and no recollection of any of it. So Leah had to pause. Leah came home from work, and so I thought, who better to ask? So did you hear about the events of last night? Where we kept hearing the creepy, creaky door sound coming from somewhere in your room's vicinity.
Yes.
And was it you?
No.
No.
I was very much not.
Yeah, because we tried to call you. How do you feel about the fact that we're creeped out because we are hearing a sound that we cannot figure out or locate, and all we did was call you, and it sounded like it was coming from your room.
I was asleep. Don't matter to me.
It didn't matter to you. You were asleep?
Yep.
So if we hear it again, just let it be?
Yep.
Now, could it have been your closet door?
No.
Your bedroom door?
No.
Was Char in there doing something?
Sleeping.
Well, I mean, could she have been messing with something? It sounded like
creaky that she could mess with.
Listen. It sounded like a old, one of those cheap, janky horror soundtracks of scary, spooky sounds. Creepy door opening and closing.
Like our front door before. Oil it.
No, there's nothing she could have been doing.
You didn't oil it. You cooking sprayed it.
That's oil.
He buttered it. It was spray butter.
He was
The dogs.
I did not have any
Loved to lick
WD-40. It works.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then the dogs licked it.
Well, that's some lubrication for them.
We ran out of WD-40, so Sundown used aerosol, the like Pam's cooking spray and stuff, but we had that kind of butter, like aerosol canned butter,
And it worked.
and I was like, his quick fix for our squeaky hinged front door was spray butter. It smelled like buttered popcorn in the living room forever.
And I'm going to jump off the subject real quick, but for y'all that live where you get freezing rain and the winters get really cold and your doors freeze, if you spray the rubber seals in your door with Pam, any of that kind of spray, it'll stop your doors from freezing shut and sticking. Carry on.
Well, I was just wanting to hear from Leah if there was any animosity that we were just like,
No.
well, it sounds like it's coming from her room. We can't figure out what it is, and it's creepy as heck. We're just gonna go to bed now and let her fend for herself.
Well, like I told you, I would have went in there, but that's a small room. She was in there, the dog was in there, and if the spirit would have been in there, that'd have been a tight cramp. So I was listening on the outside.
And I did out to everyone that the inspiration for the name of the character in Harry Potter, Moaning Myrtle. You must have been the inspiration for that because you moan when you sleep.
I'm sorry.
And I was like, well, it wasn't that. It was like a creaky door, but also if you just want to hear ghost sounds, like a moaning ghost and stuff, you can come to our house and we get that creep show every night. I even thought for a minute that you had accessed Shmexa and were making her play creepy cheap Halloween sounds.
Nope.
But then your dad was like, oh, she doesn't know the password to do that. And I was like, well, crap. I was kind of hoping that was it because you weren't answering the phone. We were getting I was getting kind of creeped out and we couldn't figure out where it was coming from. So, okay. Well, that's it. Any skinwalkers on the way home?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, that's a whole other story. I think we were in a live, weren't we? Maybe? You came home talking about there was a skinwalker outside. Turns out it was a horse. A young horse.
There was a weird animal.
Oh, okay.
Tanya will back me up.
Tanya will back you up?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if she likes you that much.
Pardon me?
All right, kiddo. I'll let you go. Do what you're gonna do. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
All right, you guys. Well, that's about all the story time I got. So I am gonna stop running my mouth and start running these drills right into the container, and I will check back in with you when I have completed this endeavor. As you can see, we're tootling along pretty good, but we have a whole bunch more to go. So I'm gonna get this done because we have another night of Dead by Daylight to play. Door creaking. I'm just gonna ignore it this time if I can. It was so invasive though. I mean, that's all I could hear. It was driving me nuts. 8:14. Here's an 8:14. Here's 8:14. All right, you guys. So I'll check back in with you when I have completely kitted all of this up, and then we'll organize the drills in their little families. We got some newer symbols. I think we saw some of these in the last Rokkari. Oh, it was the Hello You kit where I started seeing some symbols I had not seen before. And I see a few more that I have not seen before, like this double triangle situation here. And this like human stick figure one. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how I can group these now if some of our symbols are growing or changing. Anyway, that's a future me problem. I gotta get these drills done. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, you guys, so we are back and I have finished kitting up. This is it. I do not have these organized yet, but I wanted you guys to see the rainbow palette we have here. We are heavy in the oranges and the maroonies, the browns, and the yellows. I'm waiting for Leah to pop in with the way I said brown. Brown? I don't know. Apparently I say brown weird. Anybody here think I say brown weird? Brown. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and organize these ABC 1, 2, 3, then numbery symbols like math symbols, and then punctuation symbols and groupings like arrows and circles, and then the oddities off on their own. And I'll bring you back to see what this looks like completely organized. Well, this is the best I could do. I have a couple extras that just I couldn't squeeze in this space, so it is what it is. I will keep them close by and at hand, but here is our kit. 63 colors. Look at that. And pretty much every container is jam-packed. Very excited, very curious, I'm curious. This is a lot of colorful stuff going on for a Rokkari mystery kit made for me. So we shall see what Eve has in store for us. Okay, creepy crew, that's the kit up for today's Figure It Out Friday. To see the canvas and my progress on it, you'll have to tune in to the next episode. If you love watching the chaos unfold and want to see this mystery piece come to life, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any big reveals. Want to take a shot in the dark and guess what could be the subject of this canvas? Type in the comments down below. My guess is, and fill in the blank. Let me know what you think this color palette is going to come together and represent on our mystery kit. Winner gets bragging rights and maybe a creepy shout out in the next episode. Until next time, you guys, keep it dark, keep it creepy, and keep those drills in line. I'll see you under the glow of the luminous drills, my friends. Stay naughty. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.